Okay, Simon, so your first game as a co-manager, I suppose. How does that feel?
You can't put into words. When you put your faith in a group of players like I have done, like I said to you yesterday, I didn't need to do that. I could have wound up with egg on my face. But today, I told these lads I believe in them as when I was playing. I believe in them now that I'm looking after them. And today it was unbelievable. And it's easy to say now, but it was thoroughly deserved from the work rate and everything that everyone's put on in the last few weeks, everything built up today. And they took on board what we said and got the just rewards in the end.
Can you put into words just how much desire and work rate there seemed to be out there on the pitch today?
It's tough because the desire and the work rate, people assume it's not there when you lose, but this group of players, they work hard and they want to do well every day. It's not happened for us for different reasons, but today they played with a little bit of front foot, a little bit of belief. There was no backtracking. Everyone believed that we were going to win the game, and it proves, and that builds into confidence. Isn't going doing 10 tricks and beating someone. Confidence can be going and closing someone down when normally you might sit off and think, what happens if he beats me? And that showed from everyone, from the players up front to the lads at the back and to your goalkeeper saving a penalty. So it's a perfect day. I think I'll quit on that 100% records.
How big is that to play the last 20 with 10 men and still see the game out?
Again, it just shows character. That's when forget all the technical stuff, forget all your passing, diag, ball, whatever. That's when real heart and real men stand up. And they all did. The two lads who came on were terrific. The whole atmosphere in the change room for the lads who weren't involved has been brilliant. And sometimes those wins do more for you than if we'd have won 3 or 4-0. I mean, it probably wouldn't have done as much for me and Tristan if we'd have been 3 or 4-0 up. But for them lot in there, for what they've been through today in the last few weeks, for them to come out with that, that's massive, and they deserve that. And I said thank you in there because that was brilliant. That brought back happy times for me in football.
Did you see the red card incident?
No, I'm going to do the old managerial thing, and I didn't see it, but I actually didn't see it. We were talking about making a substitution at the time, and I didn't see it, so I don't know. I don't want to worry about that right now because I just want to concentrate on them lads. If Wish needs a talking to, then we'll talk to him. But again, he was brilliant for the 70 minutes, whatever he was on, and at the minute we're focusing on the positives. The whole aura and mantra that we're trying to build is be positive. So for me to come out and be negative now would be no point. The lads were brilliant, and the ones who stayed on and came on were magnificent.
Looking back to the start, perfect start I suppose, great ball from Georgie Mack across and then a brilliant header from Cassidy.
Yeah, I mean, it's stuff you work on. We got the ball wide, we made a couple of passes, good cross in the box, Cass stood in the box and that's a great header. That's sometimes, I said to him even, he's got 3 goals in 4 games, is it now? When your confidence isn't right, you don't find yourselves in those goal-scoring positions. You find yourself out of the box, whatever. But that again, just stay in the box, score goals. And it's a great header against an absolute man mountain. And again, that's desire because the odds are against him when you're playing against someone like that. And it was just a great move. But I think it wasn't against a run of play by any stretch. Even for the rest of the first half, we controlled the game in a mature way, a front foot way. There was men out there. Sometimes it's been men against boys against us. Today that was men, 11, 12, 13 men, whatever it was. It was brilliant.
How well did Jarvis Edible do coming in at the deep end and into holding midfield?
Do you know what? I'm not going to hang him out to dry, but he's been unlucky. His attitude is fantastic. You get loan players, and he's not travelled, he's not played. He came in with a view to play in a cup game that he didn't get registered in time, and then he's come in trained. He's been one of the lads. His attitude's fantastic. If it hadn't have been, we wouldn't have involved him because we've got no time to suffer fools. And we said to him, you're the type of lad who can do whatever you want because the size of him, you've seen him, he's an athlete, he's good on the ball, he plays for a top championship team, so obviously he's got something about him. But to come on in a game like that, like to make your debut, cheers, throw him in at a deep end. But again, he was fantastic. He did exactly what we asked of him, and he played as much part in anybody as getting them 3 points.
I suppose now just a case of making sure this is the start of something and not just one good result.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, the thing is now, it's not building, it's not necessarily technical things. There's little bits we're going to pick on, obviously. We're not just going to go out there and play, but now it's keeping the feeling going, it's keeping the attitude, desire, the feel-good factor in there. Teams always go, you played against, got to celebrate right to win the league. It should feel like when you win a game, you win the league, because that's how much it means. And the feeling there, I just said to him, forget anything else, forget crossing, passing, tackling, heading, just remember that feeling after the attitude and desire and the enjoyment they had today. I said, how much better does it feel like? It's easy to say when you've won 3 points, it's easy for me to come out and say that, but our main thing, like I said to you yesterday, is getting that feel-good factor again, and to start with a 1-0 away win's a pretty good way to go. But again, the old cliche, we aren't going to get carried away. It's more of keeping it going and keeping the lads right, and we've got a massive game on Monday, New Year's Day, whatever day. I lose track of days over Christmas, but New Year's Day, it's a massive game. But I tell you what, we're in a much better place going into it now than we was yesterday, shall we say.